Good evening. Today we are going to discuss about root modification. What is mean of modification? Any part of the plant, they can change their shape and structure, become modified to perform different function other than main function is called modification. Changes or modification is not temporary, it's permanently. For example, the modification takes place in roots, it's called root modification. The modification takes place in stem, that's called stem modification. Modification takes place in leaf, that's called a leaf modification. So, first we discuss about a root modification. In some plants, roots can change their shape and structure, become modified to perform different function other than conduction of water and minerals. Actually, root main function is absorption of water and minerals. So roots are changed their shape and structure, become modified permanently modified to perform other function other than main function is called root modification. So root modifications, what are root modifications are? Modification of root for food storage. In some plants, some roots are stored food material. When they stored food material, they become swollen. Swollen means increase their volume, bada in size, moto size. That type of roots are called storage roots or tuberous roots. For example, carrot, turnip, sweet potato. A modification of root in a modification of root for food storage. Tap root also modified for food storage. Even adventitious root also modified for food storage. Tap root is modified into food storage is example carrot, turnip. Adventitious root modified into for food storage sweet potato. Modification of roots for support. Support means what sir? How they give support. For example, prop roots. Prop roots means the roots are developed from heavy branches. Some plants for supporting roots are coming from heavy branches. Vertically, they grow vertically downwards and touch the ground. Vertically downwards and touch the ground. Seems to be pillar. So pillar roots, also called prop roots. For example, banyan tree you take. Banyan tree, a large number of roots are developed from the branches and they are growing and touch the ground. Seems to be pillar. That are nothing but pillar roots or prop roots. They are mainly for supporting. Example, banyan tree. Question, prop roots are modified from which type of roots? Prop roots are modified from adventitious roots. Why I am saying adventitious roots? Adventitious roots means the roots are developed from other than radical. So prop roots are nothing but developed from heavy branches, means other than radical. So that's why prop roots are modification of adventitious roots in banyan tree for supporting. Stilt roots. What's meant by stilt roots are? Stilt roots means in some plants there is a weak stems. For supporting, the roots are developed from lower nodes of the stem. Lower nodes of the stem. I am saying. So nodes of the stem, lower nodes of the stem. Means it giving the stilt. Stilt means support. So a stilt roots are growing obliquely downwards. Obliquely like this. Obliquely downwards. Not vertically. Obliquely downwards and touch the ground. And give the support. That's nothing but stilt roots. Stilt roots. Example, maize, sugarcane, stilt root example. So prop roots are vertically downwards and touch the ground. Stilt roots are obliquely downwards. Prop roots are coming from heavy branches. Stilt roots are weak stems. Prop roots are vertically downwards and give the support. But stilt roots are developed from lower nodes of the stem and give the support. Modification of roots for respiration. Respiration means what, sir? Generally, in some plants, they are growing in some plants, they are growing in swampy areas. Swampy areas means mud areas, wetland. So when roots are generally growing in downside, so the plants, mangrove plants exactly, the mangrove plants which are growing in swampy areas, they are unable to respire. So that's why the roots are generally growing downside and coming obliquely upwards, vertically upwards, seems to be upwards. Generally they are growing. From there, they are coming outside. Roots are coming outside, vertically upward. That type of roots are nothing but respiratory roots, are also called breathing roots, are also called pneumatophores. So through these roots, they respire, they take the oxygen. So pneumatophores are mainly helps in respiration. Pneumatophores are mainly helps in respiration. They take the oxygen. Breathing roots are pneumatophores are mainly helps in respiration or oxygen taken. Example, Rhizophora avicennia, example for modification of the breathing roots or respiratory roots are pneumatophores. Look it on the screen. I'll share the document. I'll show the diagrams also. Just now I said modification of roots. Some plants' roots are modified to perform different function other than absorption and conduction. Swollen roots, modification of roots for food storage, modification of root for support, prop roots and stilt roots, modification of root for respiration, pneumatophores. Which of the following roots are mainly helping support? A. Tuberous root, B. Prop roots, C. Stilt roots, D. B and C. What is the answer? B and C is the correct. B and C is the correct. Now you see modification of roots for food storage. They store the food material, they become swollen, but in size. Carrot to turnip taproot modification. Sweet potato is a adventitious root modification. Which of the following root is a adventitious? Which of the following tuberous root is a adventitious root modification? A. Carrot, B. Turnip, C. Sweet potato, D. is potato. Answer is sweet potato. Adventitious root modification for food storage. See, prop roots, modification of roots for supporting, prop roots. There are heavy branches. You look it on the screen. Heavy branches. So heavy branches for supporting vertically downwards and touch the ground. These two type of roots is nothing but prop roots. So prop roots also called pillar roots. Example, banyan tree. Next, stilt roots. Stilt roots also for supporting. How supporting? So the roots are developed from lower nodes of the stem because it's a weak stem. So it giving the support. So prop roots are vertically downwards. Stilt roots are obliquely downwards. Stilt roots also giving the support. Example, maize and sugarcane. Stilt roots also modified from adventitious roots. Modification of the root for respiration. Pneumatophores. Roots are generally growing in downwards. But here, where some plants growing in swampy areas, mangrove plants, the roots are grow vertically upwards for getting the oxygen for respiration. Those type of roots are nothing but pneumatophores. You just see the diagram. For example, Rhizophora mangrove plant, they are vertically upwards. They take the oxygen. Rhizophora grows in swampy areas. Exactly, mangrove trees for respiration. Next topic, functions of the root. So according to textbook, some modification I was given. Some extra modification I will be explained after this one. Functions of the root. Generally, roots are helps in absorption of water and minerals from the soil. Provide proper anchorage. Anchorage means support to the plant pots. And storage the reserved food material. And synthesis the plant growth regulators. Actually, plant growth regulators. Just now I said the functions of the root. What are the functions of the root here? Generally absorption. Roots are mainly helps in absorption of water and minerals from the soil. And one more important, some roots are stored food material. and roots are giving proper anchorage to the plant pots, means supporting. Some roots are helped to synthesize the phytohormones, auxins, gibberellin, cytokinin. How growth hormones are present in the humans or animals, then plant hormones also there, responsible for the formation of root, formation of stem, formation of flower. So that phytohormones are synthesized by the roots only. Question: which of the following part of the plant helpful to synthesize the phytohormones? A, root; B, stem; C, leaf; D, flower. Answer is root. Now come to some additional modifications of the root. Additional modification. Even taproot also modified, adventitious root also modified. Taproot modified, even adventitious root also modified. We were discussed already just now according to textbook. Some extra taproot modified. Taproot modified, Nana. So when taproot is modified, taproot is nothing but developed from radical. Taproot modified into storage root. Storage roots. When taproot is stored the food material, they become swollen, they get the different shape. Conical shape. Cone shape roots. Conical shape. Cone shape of roots, conical shape of roots is mainly Daucus carota. Carrot example. Daucus carota. Conical roots. See, this is also, I'll share some document here. I'll show that extra modification also. You look it on the screen. Modification of root. Taproot is modified for food storage. So taproot is modified for food storage. Fusiform root or spindle roots, conical roots, napiform roots. These three are nothing but modified for food storage. Taproot is modified. See one by one. First, fusiform roots. Fusiform roots are spindle roots. When these Radish Raphanus sativus, scientific name. So taproot is a stored food material. They get the spindle shape. So spindle roots. So seems to be it is a middle, thicker in middle and tapering in both ends. Thicker in middle end and tapering in both ends. So fusiform roots. Fusiform roots example Radish Raphanus sativus. Conical roots. Just now I said. Conical roots means when roots are stored the food material, they become cone shape. Means conical roots. Daucus carota, example carrot. Thicker roots are thicker at their upper end, upper side. Tapering at the basal side only. Lower side only tapering. That is a conical roots. Daucus carota. Napiform roots. Napiform roots means these roots are tap roots only. They become swollen. Spherical shape. So spherical shape of roots are napiform roots. Example turnip, Brassica rapa. Sugar beet, Beta vulgaris, beetroot. Napiform roots. So these three, conical roots, fusiform roots, napiform roots, taproot modification only. Now one more thing, nodulated roots. This is also taproot modification. For example, in some legume plants, roots having nodular structures. Nodules are formed on the branches of the roots for nitrogen fixing bacteria. So actually in legume plants, some nodules are present. When nodules inside rhizobium bacterium is present. So rhizobium bacterium and so the symbiosis with legume plants of root nodules. So nodules are present in the roots. That's why these are called nodulated roots. Iska kya story? So rhizobium bacterium, then nodulated roots, both are show the symbiosis. Means both are help to each other. Rhizobium bacterium helps in nitrogen fixation and give to the plants. Plant giving the shelter and food material to the bacterium. Both are help to each other. That is nothing but nodulated roots. Example, nodulated roots are mostly present in leguminaceae family, papilionaceae family. Example, pea, gram and bean. Next, adventitious roots. Even adventitious roots also modified, Nana. Adventitious roots also modified for the food storage. Tuberous adventitious root. When food is stored in the roots, they become swollen and irregular. For example, sweet potato. Scientific name, sweet potato, Ipomea batatas. So there is no particular shape. They become swollen. So this is a sweet potato is nothing but adventitious root modification. It's mainly for food storage. Tuberous adventitious root. Example, sweet potato, Ipomea patatas. Fasciculated roots. This is fasciculated roots also adventitious root modification. When these adventitious roots store the food material, they are occurring in clusters and all them are in swollen. Cluster type of roots, fasciculated roots. Example, asparagus, shatavari, dahlia. So diagram also important. We are seen in the diagram, sometimes question, a fasciculated roots are present in which of the following plants? Asparagus or dahlia. So they are given the diagram, identify this diagram. Observe the diagram, identify this diagram. Belongs to which roots? Fasciculated roots only, dahlia and asparagus. Cluster and cluster roots swollen. Beaded or moniliform roots. Some are important only we will discuss here. Beaded or moniliform roots. So roots swell up. Roots swells up like a bead at different places. Beads means rounds at the different places. For example, you observe the diagram, beads like structure here, beads like structure. So this is nothing but beaded or moniliform roots. Beaded or moniliform roots. Example, portulaca, vitis, and momodica, bitter gourd. So the moniliform roots are present in which plants? Bitter gourd, portulaca. I already told stilt roots or brace roots. So stilt roots also adventitious root modification. This is a example, maize, sugarcane, pandanus. This is already discussed, no need again. Stilt roots or brass roots are adventitious root modification only. Even prop roots or pillar roots, this is also adventitious root modification. Example, banyan tree, scientific name is Ficus bengalensis. Ficus bengalensis, banyan tree. Prop roots or pillar roots. Climbing roots. Climbing roots means the roots are arranged from nodes and helps in plant climbing. So the roots which are helps in climbing, that roots are called climbing roots. Example, money plant, pothos, monstera, beetle, piper beetle, black pepper. So climbing roots are present in which of the following plant? Money plant, exactly. So money plant may which type of roots are there? Climbing roots. Hostorial roots, parasitic roots or sucking roots. So hostorial roots, parasitic roots, sucking roots, these are also nothing but adventitious root modification. In parasitic plants, roots enters into their host plant to absorb the nutrition from the host. That type of roots are nothing but hostorial roots. Hostorial roots are example, cuscuta, viscum, cuscuta or viscum. Just we had seen some roots modification, taproot modification, adventitious root modification. One of them, hostorial roots are. Just we had seen some roots modification, taproot modification, adventitious root modification. One of them, hostorial roots are parasitic roots. Hostorial roots means in some parasitic plant, they didn't have capacity to prepare food material. So the roots are penetrated into the host tissues, means either it is xylem or phloem. When it is penetrated into xylem, host tissue, they absorb the water. When the roots are, hostorial roots are penetrated into phloem in the host tissue, they absorb the nutrition. So when they get the nutrition and water, both are, that is a complete parasitic roots. Or either they can take the, either it is water or food, they are incomplete parasite. So complete parasite means they can take the both nutrition and water from the host. Incomplete parasite means either they take the water or food material. Cuscuta, viscum, loranthis, vorabanchi. So complete stem parasites, complete root parasites, complete stem parasite, complete root parasite, incomplete stem parasite, incomplete root parasites. Means roots also completely depend upon the host or incompletely depend upon host. Stem also completely depend upon the host or incompletely depend upon the host. This is nothing but hostorial roots, hostorium structures. Example, cuscuta, viscum, loranthus, vorabanchi. And some more, one more important, velamen roots. What's meant by velamen roots, sir? Velamen roots generally present in other branches of the plant. Other branches of the plant. So they get the moisture from the atmosphere. Velamen. they get the moisture from the atmosphere through the velamen roots. So these velamen roots also called epiphytic roots. So velamen roots are epiphytic roots having velamen tissue is present. Velamen, V-E-L-A-M-I-N, velamen tissue. So epiphytic roots are velamen tissues. They absorb the moisture from the atmosphere through which tissue? Velamen tissue. Velamen tissue. So velamen roots are generally seen in orchid plants. Orchids. Vanda, V-A-N-D, Vanda example. These are generally present in where sunlight is not penetrated into downside. So very thick forest. In thick forest trees, some roots are developed from the heavy branches. That type of roots are velamen roots. You see, I'll share that one. See, this is nothing but velamen roots. So the roots are developed from other branches, other branch of another tree. Some roots are developed that are velamen roots. So what are velamen roots are there? That is nothing but that velamen roots are taking the moisture from the atmosphere because of they have velamen tissue. Example, orchid plants, Vanda. It's my clinging roots also there. Clinging roots are mainly helps in supporting. Clinging roots are mainly helps in supporting. That are the velamen roots. Velamen roots are mainly helps in taking the moisture from the atmosphere. Velamen roots. Velamen tissue is present. Epiphytic roots. Example, orchids and Vanda. Clinging roots also. Clinging roots also mainly for helps in supporting. So these are the root modification for NEET and theory. So modification of root according to theory or NCRT for support, for food storage, for respiration, pneumatophores. Then other things, the roots are tap roots also modified, adventitious roots also modified to perform the different functions. So this is nothing but root modification. If you have any doubt, you may chance to ask. Thank you.